And just as a reminder, in this hour, yes, please do applaud their effort. I really appreciate that. We won't be doing applause, of course, during the 5 o'clock hour. Thank you.
Today we will be reading selected verses from Hebrews 11 and Exodus 3, 14, and 15.
Now faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see. By faith, Moses' parents hid him for 3 months after he was born, because they saw he was no ordinary child, and they were not afraid of the king's edict.
By faith, Moses, when he had grown up, refused to be known as the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
He chose to be mistreated along with the people of God, rather than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin.
He regarded disgrace for the sake of Christ as of greater value than the treasures of Egypt, because he was looking ahead to his reward.
By faith he left Egypt, not fearing the king's anger. He persevered because he saw him who is invisible.
By faith, he kept that Passover and the application of blood, so that the destroyer of the firstborn would not touch the firstborn of Israel. By faith, the people passed through the Red Sea as on dry land. But when the Egyptians tried to do so, they were drowned. And what more shall I say?
Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian.
And he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush.
And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed.
And Moses said,
I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt.
And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said,
Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I.
And he said, Draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground.
Moreover, he said,
I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God.
And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters. For I know their sorrows, and I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppress them. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt.
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying,
I will sing unto the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
The Lord is my strength and song,
And he has become my salvation.
He is my God, and I'll prepare him a habitation.
My father's God, and I will exalt him.
The Lord is a man of war, the Lord is his name.
Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains are also drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone.
Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, hath dashed in pieces the enemy.
and in the greatness of thine excellency thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee.
Thou sent forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble.
And with the blast of thy nostrils the waters were gathered together.
The flood stood upright as an heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea.
The enemy said,
I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil.
My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them.
Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters.
Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods?
Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretched out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation.
The people shall hear and be afraid.
Thou shalt bring them in, and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in.
In the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hands have established. The Lord shall reign forever and ever.
For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots, and with his horsemen into the sea. And the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them.
But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea.
And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances.
And Miriam answered them,
Sing ye to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously.
The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
Israel saw the great power that the Lord used against the Egyptians, so the people feared the Lord, and
They believed in the Lord and in his servant Moses.